Time now for the Left of Lansing Monday Musing for June 2nd of 2025. I'm Pat Johnston. My dad and I visited Western Pennsylvania over the weekend to see friends and family out there. And in my dad's former home county of Indiana, Trump pulled in nearly 70% of the vote in 2024. And while we were driving around that entire region, we noticed Trump signs and flags all over the place. Once you exit the turnpike at Murraysville and head east on US 22, you'll see nothing but Trump signs and slogans everywhere. And I mean everywhere, at houses, at businesses, etc. Western Pennsylvania is like many parts of Appalachia right now, very pro-Trump. However, while the scenery is gorgeous with the Allegheny Mountains surrounding the entire area, that gorgeous area is juxtaposed by the fact that it's struggling to find its future. Western Pennsylvania was once a juggernaut of the economic boom of the industrialized age, and that's why Pittsburgh featured some of the robber barons of that age, with the Carnegies, for example. But as the coal industry continues to die off and steelmaking becomes more of a global battle, and more automation, by the way, the region faced devastating job losses that it's never recovered from. If you simply travel through Johnstown, Pennsylvania, for example, you will see a city that keeps its old and shuttered steel mills around to remind everyone of what it once was, but has struggled ever since. I mean, that's what the whole presence of the 1983 Tom Cruise movie All the Right Moves is all about. Now, decades of neoliberal policies and horrible so-called free trade deals haven't helped that region whatsoever. Add to it, the world economy is leaving the energy production of the 20th century and moving to a cleaner, cheaper, more energy-efficient economy. And yes, natural gas, another fossil fuel, was cheaper than coal. Yet ever since the 2016 election, Trump promised the people in Western Pennsylvania that he would bring back coal jobs, and the people obviously believed him. And look, I get it to a point. People are struggling, and they hear someone give nostalgic takes of the glorious past, and they believe that past can become reborn. But in reality, the past is the past. Trump didn't revive coal despite his regime's work to gut the EPA, roll back environmental standards, and weaken unions. The free market continued to move away from coal as coal mines continued to shutter during Trump's first term. He promised a rebirth of something that is dying, and there's nothing in the marketplace that's pointing to a push for a long future in coal production anymore. Hell, we noticed in the town of Homer City how a landmark coal-fired power plant there was gone, demolished to construct a new natural gas plant that will create 1,000 permanent technology jobs. Technology jobs, jobs of the future. And even back in my state of Michigan, where the regime blocked consumers' energy from going ahead with its long scheduled closing of a coal-fired power plant in Ottawa County, that's just temporarily blocking the inevitable simply to score some cheap political points. But while driving through all of those small towns in Western Pennsylvania with all of those Trump signs, I wondered and wondered and wondered why people supported him. Because a good chunk of the residents there rely on Medicaid and food stamps. But Trump and the Republican Party are trying to push through the MAGA murder bill that'll cut those services, leading to the deaths of many. Is it because Democrats lost their working class roots, leaving many there to feel like MAGA Republicans were their only choice? I think, personally, it's a bit of both, as we've been seeing in rural Michigan as well, and rural parts across all of America. Yes, are there some racial and misogynistic forces at play? Of course there are. But that doesn't explain how Democrats are losing by such wide numbers in rural America. Maybe it's because Democrats chose to work hand in hand with corporate America and with Wall Street since the 1990s, and it's made Democrats lose some kind of connection with working people. And that's devastating, just devastating, because if there's one party that's hell-bent on working on behalf of corporate donors while gutting the working class, it has always been the MAGA Republican Party. And if there's one guy who has always shown us how little he truly cares about the working class, it's always been Donald Trump. leftoflansing@gmail.com is the best way to reach me. Subscribe to the podcast and also subscribe to Left of Lansing on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, the Gram, and Facebook. Take the battle to them.